Imperfect is a game which, unknown to the viewers, we are all in a dream state. This is a game filled with murder, demonic mystery, creepypasta podcasts, and a mirror for you to see the dead. Yep, that's right, a mirror where you can see the freaking dead. Our story begins with a man named Samuel Judge, who got a bachelor's degree in computer science, more specifically, cybersecurity. As shown when he enters his office in the middle of the game, we also learn of a girl named Abby Reynolds, who at the time of the game seems to be missing. Is she dead?
Good guess, but actually no.
We see through a bunch of evidence that Samuel and Abby may have been love interests, or maybe a one-sided love interest. Something odd about this game is you find hidden messages with a frame, and the frame seems to give you messages that sound personal. They sound like they personally knew the man we're playing as, and that is because they do. Let's assume this scenario for a moment. I believe that the intro sequence we see is the aftermath of Samuel going to the hospital, or perhaps somewhere near it, and finds Abby and eventually runs her over. Either by accident or on purpose. I want to believe it was an accident, and here's why. At the beginning, we hear that Samuel is driving this van, and there's a corpse in the back seat, but the van drives off a cliff and everyone probably dies that was in the van. We then see Abby on top of the hill watching us fall. I think Samuel was driving to the hospital for a personality disorder. When you take a closer look around his office, there is a book about studying the Enneagram, a tool used to find your personality and emotions of how you view the world. Perhaps Samuel was going to the doctor to do tests because he sees some signs of a personality disorder. So he rushes to the hospital and he coincidentally owns a van. But since it was night, he could not see clearly, and coincidentally Abby was in the road and he accidentally ran her over. So he's stressing out, so he wraps her in a plastic body bag, but then puts her in the van and drives off. Sadly, someone caught him doing this and notified the police. That is why the podcast knows who he is and what he's driving. But he is so nerve-wracked that he drives off the side of a cliff. In the back view we get of the van, there's no third person in the van. That's just an angle that gives suspicion. But why was this so heavy on him? I mean, I know if you kill someone, it's a very scary situation, especially if you did it by mistake. But still, he seems like he knew Abby. Because throughout the game, when we see him going around the world, we constantly see Abby following him. And I got some evidence that it was more than just knowing each other. It was more than just friendship. Looking around his office again, we see a book called Jessica Sterling, The Good Provider, which, looking the book up, reveals it's about a woman who falls in love with a man and they escape the country together. But the woman marries him but soon finds him drinking and stealing, proving to be a story of love, loyalty, and heartbreak. I believe Abby liked Samuel, but he never loved her back. We see in the frame it keeps referencing, I had hope and you didn't. Or stuff like, I looked through your window, but you never looked back. And Samuel has a large window in his office, which gives me the implication that Abby liked him, but he never understood. But he still noticed her as a person. So when running her over, that is true heartbreak. Not for him, but for her. But it's not over yet, because when Samuel dies by going off the cliff, he goes into a very whack state of consciousness. We hear from the podcast earlier that people created a machine that can mind control someone into a place of eternal torture. So possibly that's why Samuel has such a huge van, is because he has the equipment and he is going to use it on someone. Perhaps when he killed Abby, the hospital had it or something. I don't know. That's not important right now of how we got it. Anyway, before he dies, he uses it on himself. So that way, he doesn't kill himself, but he's putting himself in eternal suffering for what he has done. But, see, we're not quite finished yet, because Abby is here too, and she has had enough hope for Samuel. She is done waiting for his response to love. Now she is angry, and she's gonna make sure he wishes he died again and again and again and again and again and again
And again and again and again and again.
and if he survives all of this torture, she throws him in a loop. There is one more thing I would like to say first, and that is Dora, or Dom? I do not know. We see pictures lying around, each having the same name in cursive. It looks like either Dom or Dora something. Sadly, I cannot read cursive that well, but I feel like this person may be a consciousness that can predict the future, since a lot of the pictures show what we're about to encounter. And so I believe that they're probably like a spirit that got trapped there, possibly through the machine. But alright guys, you know, that's all I can figure out from this demo. Yes, it's a demo. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the new parts. This is gonna be a wild ride, boys. Anyway, I'm Complex to Live. Big thanks to NoCom and Ungodly for playing this game with no commentary. This is what I'm using as my background visuals, so I'll put them in the description. NoCom's video got copyrighted, so he doesn't have it anymore, sadly. But he's the one that I originally watched. But go check him out anyway. Ungodly, I'll put his video of playing it. Also, there's the dev team for Imperfect, and yeah, go follow them if you want to see some more like notifications about what's upcoming for the game. Oh, and also, I don't know if I mentioned this, but one of the main reasons I know about this game is I'm good friends with the friend of the developer. So my friend knows the developer, and the developer's actually teaching him stuff. And yeah, hopefully he sees this video. And yeah, I'll put all of them in the description and this end card. I'm Complex to Live. And subscribe for more explanations and theories. I work mainly on YouTube theories, from YouTube series and whatnot, but you know, what the heck? Might as well just do like from small games, or you know, try to solve some games and whatnot. I mean, hey, Egghead Gumpy will make me popular for a little bit. So I'll see you guys on the other side. Bye bye.